Yo, guys, what is going on? Rover Sports going on tonight. So we're doing a show right now, and this is on Dave Gettlemen. This is on Deandre Baker. This is absolutely and totally pathetic actions by the New York Giants and by Dave Gettlemen. I've defended Dave Gettlemen at so many occasions during his tenure for the New York Football Giants, and for this situation to go down with Deandre Baker in Florida is absolutely disgraceful. It's sad for Deandre Baker. It's a lack of judgment for him, not surrounding himself with the right people. And I understood he grew up in a tough neighborhood, tough background. But just getting to the league, putting in all that hard work, and now just to throw away that opportunity, that dream, is really devastating. So you look at at what is coming out now: armed robbery corroborated with another individual, threatening and ordering somebody to end someone's life. It's completely and totally just unacceptable actions. And for Dave Gettlemen to bring in Deandre Baker into the fold is just completely and totally a miscalculation. It's not him doing his due diligence as a general manager. It's not him doing a proper background check and a proper vetting process. So it is absolutely awful. It's sad that this is transpiring for sure. It's tough. It's tough in a lot of regards. So you look at Dave Gettlemen, and I've defended Dave Gettlemen. I've defended the Daniel Jones pick. I've defended the Odell Beckham trade. I said it was good for culture, and Dave Gettlemen believes in culture too. That's why Dexter Lawrence was around. That is why Daniel Jones and Saquon, and you look at the guys this year, at Xavier McKinney, at O'Shane Ximines, at a guy like Dalvin Tomlinson, who graduated first in his class, the Blake Martinez signing, guys from Stanford, guys who graduate UCLA like Darnay Holmes in 2 years. That's the type of guy that Gettlemen usually has brought in. Dexter Lawrence, like guys that, again, like hypothetical guys that you would bring home to your daughter type of people on the New York Giants. And for Dave Gettlemen, I wanted to give Dave Gettlemen at least 2 years to sort this out, especially with COVID-19, the coaching turnover. I really thought that Dave Gettlemen was a guy that should have been brought back in the wake of the Shermer firings. I was a guy that said, bring back Dave Gettlemen. I was demanding that they bring back Gettlemen, and this is something that is absolutely his worst day as a New York Giants general manager. It's indefensible, giving up assets and picks to draft a guy in the first round, and then this guy is turning around and is arm robbing other people. And we're going to let the American justice system play out. We're going to let the courts play out. He's going to have his chance. I think he should have his chance in court to defend himself and defend his honor and his name. So we will see what transpires there. But for Dave Gettlemen, for the New York Giants, for Chris Pettit and David Mara, and for Shermer and Betcher even. I know that they're not even here on the New York Giants anymore, but for them to go, they have all year long to get to know the characters of kids, and that is their job. Their job is to bring in the right people. Their job is to bring in people that are just, I'm not asking for much as a fan of players. I mean, I'm asking for them, I want them to buy in and be unselfish players. But yes, if they smoked weed, I mean, I love Lawrence Taylor, and there's several instances of him going out and drug use in the 90s, and I get that. And drug use is usually something, that socially you want to do, and it's usually something that you do with friends, and that's not violent. This is absolutely, I think it's indefensible what Deandre Baker is accused of, and that's why you have background checks. That's why you go through social media. That's why you talk to coaches and other people. And I know that this isn't just out of thin air, because if you go back and you look now at the draft profiles, a lot of people had Deandre Baker slipping in the draft, and all the other teams in the first round passed on Deandre Baker. It's kind of similar to the Reuben Foster. Like, why is Reuben Foster still around? And in the NFL, I mean, if guys like Laramie Tunsil smoke, weed out of a gas mask, if Darius Geis says he's into video games and he loves playing Twitch all night, guys will drop far in the draft. So the NFL is usually pretty calculated and thorough with evaluations in detail. So for Dave Gettlemen, for the previous staff to be completely out to lunch, and this is just an embarrassing moment for Dave Gettlemen, a guy that I defended at every turn, a guy that I've supported with, a guy that I identify with, and I know that his head's in the right place and he's trying to build a culture for the New York Football Giants. I know that he's trying to do that, and I know that he's doing that at the best level that he can. And you look at Deandre Baker, and he's kind of one instance on the New York Giants, and everybody else I think is really lockstep. So I'm not even going to let this affect the offseason. It does, though, because DeAndre is your cornerback. He was going to be your cornerback of the future. You selected him to be that player in the first round at that value. It's tough. It's tough. This is awful. James Bradbury is a decent corner, and then on the other outside, who are you also going to put outside? You got Darnay and Julian Love in the slot. You can put Ballantyne in the slot. Sam Beal has the body to be an outside cornerback. We're going to see if Sam can stay healthy this year and provide himself an opportunity to maybe see the field and compete in the training camp process. So, I mean, cornerbacks. And then even you look at Peppers, can Peppers have a year? Can the rookies come in and can they play? And this is a huge hurdle, and it's disappointing in every regard, and Dave Gettlemen is to blame for this. And I say give Dave 2 more years, but this is just unacceptable for Dave Gettlemen and for the New York Football Giants. So it's sad.